The first thing we're gonna be doing is making sure that we prime the eyelid with a primer. I'm using MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, just to make sure that the colors are nice and vibrant. And also I will be incorporating a little bit under my lower lash line, just to make sure that also the eyeshadow that we use stays nice and put. And now I'm going to be using NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean with a little, with a slight brush here, soft brush. I'm just going to be putting some of that pencil right here, and literally with my finger, just to make it nice and simple. Just rub it off and fade it off, like so. The next color that I'm going to be using basically would be now the eyeshadow called Gunmetal. And then basically I'm just going to be dabbing that and packing the color all over the lid, like so. Very, very simple. The next color I'm going to be using will be this color called Buck. It's a very soft with a little bit of red tone, and I'm just going to be using that to soften the harsh edges here and softening the darker gunmetal eyeshadow color, like so. Make sure that you do take your time with this step, because this one is probably the most important in my opinion. It just make sure that your eyeshadow looks nice and neat. The next step is going to be, basically for me, it would be just to apply a tiny bit of concealer, and of course this is always optional. Some people don't need, some people choose not to do this. I do like to have this because it does give you a nice defined arch on your brow bone area. And I just use any concealer that it's light, like this one, it's almost white. I will be using a highlight. The color that I'm using is called Virgin, and it's also part of the palette. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush here and dust it and just buff it all in right here. Just making sure that all the colors are blended. That's key when it comes to, you see the colors basically blending nice here. With the same brush that I applied Gunmetal, I'm going to be using to apply lightly on my lower lash line. Right underneath, I'm just going to be brushing that slightly like this. And grabbing some of this color called Creep, which is like a black color. I'm going to be using it on the outer lower lid here, lower lash line, like so. I'm going to be using a nice fluffy brush here, and the reason why is because I'm going to be using Creep. Make sure that you tap the excess on the outer crease area here on the eye, just making sure that it darkens the look here, just to give it more definition. You already have the darker charcoal color, but this basically just gives you a more intense look. You can skip this step if you want to, but I think it's a nice complement to the overall eye look here. There you go. Last but not least, I will be using another brush here quickly and using this color called Half Baked. It's a very nice golden tone and it basically softens the whole look. We already are using so many dark colors. This basically just softens the look and gives you a nice inner shine here on the tear duct area. A nice glow, I should say. Like that. Just making sure that it's even on both eyes. And just drag it. Of course I had a little bit of eyeshadow there, but we'll fix that with concealer. I haven't used or put any concealer on my eyes, so now I'm going to be just grabbing a fluffy brush. I love this technique because it basically helps you clear off any mistakes and it conceals and it's buffing the whole under eye area here. I'm using a MAC NC35 concealer. This is currently my favorite concealer. Of course, you probably want to use the concealer of your choice. There you go. One final step would be incorporating eyeliner, and I'm going to be using MAC. It's called the Pen Ultimate Eyeliner, and it's very simple to apply. This is my personal favorite. Of course, you could always go ahead and apply your favorite eyeliner, and I'm just going to do a quick and not super thick line. I think it finishes the look very nice. Like so. And maybe just wing it out a little bit. Like that. One last thing that I forgot to mention, it's optional, would be using a little brush and maybe just, I like to dust or dab a little bit of that golden eyeshadow on my waterline, and I think it still looks, it looks pretty nice still. Make sure that you curl your lashes. There you go. Of course, last step would be to incorporate your favorite mascara. I'm using just this one is Voluminous Million Lashes. It's alright. It's not one of my favorites, but I am a mascara junkie, so I had to try it. One other step that I wanted to do, and this is also optional, will be to do what I call tight line. Basically, this is just for incorporating a tiny bit of black eyeliner under your lash line here and the upper eyeline. So here is the final look. As you guys can see, I don't think it would be too difficult to recreate using this palette. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.